Cincinnati, we gon' rise and in the jungle we unite and tripping orange and black and white. All day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Now who gotta move rockin' on? Now who wanna move crossing on? Now who wanna move bottom? If you got stripes and you let the city know you rock 'em, there we go.
Welcome to Bengals and Brews. It is Friday. I am joined by Big Savage Greg. I am Just Dale. And we are joined by, from Sports with Strawberry Ice, the Iceman himself, Jeff Treadpool.
What up?
What's up, guys?
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Oh, well, that was
from the milk I chugged to get myself up. Actually, milk gets you to sleep, so that's not a good idea.
Yeah, you and your milk, man. Oh, I'm thirsty I'm dehydrating. I need milk. Oh, I'm tired. I need milk. Oh, I need to go to bed. I need milk.
Well, it wasn't milk. It was beer and milk, so I'm sorry. Yeah.
You just need to buy a cow.
Yeah.
That's what I think. You should have your own cow, and you can milk it all you want in the backyard. And
Drink from the udders.
Yeah.
Right
Just
right from the udders.
Just straight. You don't even have to, you don't have to buy it.
Plus I can dip my head in the others and go,
Oh, geez, Greg.
Yeah, if you want to.
yeah, motorboat those others, buddy.
Hooday to the Brew Crew. Good to see y'all in there.
See y'all.
Appreciate y'all tuning in. Sorry you have to deal with Jeff today instead of Pork Chop, but
Sorry, somebody's got to pinch it.
Yeah.
Trying to
Derek,
sleep out of my eyes.
Derek's back at his fancy Biltmore place on vacation.
Dang, must be nice.
He
Sheesh.
takes more vacations than you, Jeff.
That's a lot, because I've been told I take vacations all the time.
You do.
It's not really true, but I've been told that. By somebody.
By me. I tell him that.
Yeah, all the time. You're always on vacation. Like, I literally haven't gone on vacation since... Actually, it wasn't even a vacation. It was my mother-in-law
Are you out of
away.
Portsmouth? Are you out of Portsmouth? You're on vacation. That's how I look at it.
Oh, I got it. So for you, it's every... Let's see here. 8 weeks.
Once every 6 years.
For
True
Bengals game.
vacation.
True vacation.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about wide receivers, and the resident CEO Dustin Croft already off the top rope saying sneaky playmaker this year, Chuck Sizzle. Yeah, if he can earn that primary slot job, even though I think the snaps will be less because they're going to use a lot of guys there, and Burton will get snaps, I think, regardless if he's a starter or not. But that's Chuck Sizzle's way to produce.
And one thing I heard on Locked on Bengals, comparing Chuck Sizzle to one of the best slot receivers ever.
Wes Welker.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he had a terrible rookie year too.
But,
so hey, you never know.
Hey, before we get through anything, I believe we have a giveaway to do, right?
Yeah, because Kelly won it, but he said go ahead and give it away. So we still got our last 50 West giveaway. So Greg, you got another question this week?
We're going to go, who am I? I was born in
Greg
Louisville.
Luther.
I was born in Louisville, Kentucky.
Dale Altman.
I'm 5'11". I'm 275 pounds still, I think. I went to Ballot High School in Kentucky. My college was Indiana Western Kentucky. Got drafted by the Bengals, 2003, round 4, pick 118. I was with the Bengals from 03 to 2009. Who am I?
Can I answer?
Can't answer. Nope.
Damn.
Can't do it. Do. Oh, we're not allowed to. This is as much as that music I can do.
Yeah.
And can I say my position?
Well, if you really want to say your position, it's fine. But I don't know if everyone wants to know your position on the subject.
No, the position for the.
Oh, I thought you meant your position. Oh, my bad.
God.
Strange that Derek and Chop are both missing us. We're waiting on answers to come in. You've really stumped the people here. Or no one wants a gift card.
Yeah. I'll take it. I like free beer. I'll take it. Have you guys got 2,000 subscribers yet? Are you close?
No, we're less than 100. I don't know how many. Probably 90 or so still. So I just made this up that Derek's going to have to take me to Jeff Ruby's for a steak dinner if we don't get there before the season. So,
well, I
think it's a win-win.
I think everybody's taking you up on that.
Yeah, he can't back out now. That's what I said. You can't back out of this thing that I said.
Well,
he backed out.
He backed out of going through the table that I said he was going to do 2 years ago.
That was. I mean, that was for safety. There was no way. I mean, I'm riding with him. I can't have him in the hospital. Then I got to go.
Right. I'll repeat again. I was in 2003. I was round 4, pick 118 for the Bengals.
Football.
Football. Not my left nipple.
What? Who wants to do something with your
what
left?
position, Greg?
Yeah. What position?
You've been wanting to say
fullback.
Oh, fullback. Well, there's only so. I mean, that's
Jeez.
Should I start over?
No, but let's see who gets it.
Hey, you told me.
I know. I didn't realize you were going to pick
gave
a position
permission,
that there's
Dale.
like
No,
3
Dale.
players in the past 20
You
years.
gave me the keys to the car. I opened the car door. I started the car. Don't blame me.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Dustin Kraft says his name is long.
Oh, wait. Jeremy Johnson. Dart texted me. Oh, he didn't want to win. Dart texted me. I got to start over.
It's already on here.
Well, it's already on here, Greg. It's already on here. Calm down.
Although it originally said Kermit Johnson.
Yeah. I think you have a winner.
I was going to say, Dart texted me Jeremy
Jerome
Johnson.
would have been second. So Anthony won it, gets to enjoy some delicious 50 West. Send Greg your address. He will get that mailed out to you.
He will deliver it to you personally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a who am I? And I answered Greg Luther when he said it at first, Chris, but it was Jeremy Johnson. So he read off where he's from. I was thinking O lineman, but you said like 5'11", 275 or something.
How many people did you have on the show? Greg wanted to do it like the first second of the show. I mean, you might want to wait till actually people got on.
Yeah, I know. But Greg gets
excited. Hey, welcome to the All right, guys, ready for here. Here's the question. Hold on.
We didn't start the show last time.
It was early-ish last time. We like to do it so we don't forget, because if we wait an hour in...
Wait, hold on. You guys would never forget. This show never goes off the rails. What are you talking about?
I got to make sure we're live every time, Done that before.
Yeah. I don't think I'll ever forget that. Still, that was the greatest 20 minutes of non-live online TV you and me ever did. That nobody.
Well, I did it again with Sarah Lease and Hube.
Oh, that's right, you did. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
But
it was only a couple minutes because Derek was like, "Did you go live?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, we were live right now." But nope. So that happened a couple times.
Yeah, we were going for because I had no idea. We were going for 20 minutes. And you're like, you know what? Oh, we're not even live.
I got a text from Darth because Darth could only listen, so he texted me. Then he says, "I don't want to win." All right, never mind, Darth.
Yeah. Because this show
Congrats, Anthony.
On the rails, not off the rails. Does it ever go on the rails?
Barely ever.
Yeah. Occasionally.
Yeah. Anyway, football.
So wide receiver talk. We drafted Jermaine Burton, 3rd round, pick 80 from Alabama. Played at Georgia for 2 seasons. Played at Alabama for 2 seasons. Produced in all 4 of those seasons. Never had elite production. I think his highest season was close to 800 yards. But, man, he is really good at the deep ball, especially. Like, if you say what's one thing to watch out for him, the ball tracking, the speed that he can get, the ability to separate late on a route, track the ball down once again, deep in the air, doesn't drop a lot of passes. So, and I think there's more in the short game that we haven't necessarily seen from him. Also, Jalen Milroe ran a lot last year for Alabama, and he still put up almost 800 yards. So it's not like
that last year they couldn't make up the quarterback either, too. That didn't help either.
Yeah, that's why I say Jalen Milroe.
Yeah.
And for his sake, he needs to be. He's very talented, but it's a little bit like Lamar, where the accuracy isn't always there, and we'll see if he can improve that for his sake. But
hey, wait, you can't say Lamar's not accurate. People come after you. What's wrong with you?
Well, I mean, he's had accuracy issues. Last year seemed to be better, but there's still times that you're like, whoa, what the hell was that?
Where'd that ball go? Woo.
Yeah. But Jermaine Burton, so we drafted him. The rest of the guys on the roster, so you got Jamar Chase, obviously, T. Higgins expected to still be here, right? He's franchise tagged. We can get into all these guys, but just to list all the names, Trenton Irwin back for another season. Greg's favorite guy, Andre Yosavash.
Yeah.
But in his 2nd year, Charlie Jones' 2nd year, Burton we mentioned as a rookie. Kendrick Pryor, who we were able to pick back up. We were disappointed that we lost him as a rookie. The Jaguars claimed him off waivers. We picked him up late last season, so he's still on this roster. And I'll be curious to see if he can make a push. And we'll kind of talk about the rosters. Shedrick Jackson, Bo Jackson's nephew from Auburn that has speed, that played a little bit last year, not a whole lot. Kwame Lassiter, that's been up, caught a touchdown once. He barely played, but then they brought in Cole Burgess and Trey Mosley are two other guys I think that were undrafted.
One person, and I was going to say, but T. Brooke put it in there. You might want to consider a wide receiver is Gesicki because he might line up in a slot more than he lines up at tight end this year.
Yeah, and we kind of discussed that. We had the tight end episode on Monday, so we kind of covered Gesicki and all those guys on Monday. But yeah, I definitely think he's going to be used in the slot. I completely agree with that. So was Hudson.
Yeah,
like he was used in the slot a lot, but we still count him as a tight end, even though he was flexed out the majority of the time.
Well,
and I think that'll continue. Yeah, Drew Sample's a little bit everywhere.
Right. But Burton, I'll put to you. Me talked about this a little bit yesterday on my show. I think the drafting of Burton is actually going to free up Jamar Chase for a lot more because Burton can play. I think he can play slot and he can play outside. Mostly he's played outside. Like I said, his best one is the deep ball. That to me is the dynamic that I am excited to see. Is what does that mean for Jamar? Where are they going to move him around? Because you're not going to, I don't think you're, because last couple of years, it's been T and Jamar on the outside, TB on the inside, and that's pretty much basically what it's been like the whole time. T still be outside, but Burton, he can be in the slot. Chase can be in the slot. They can put him in the backfield. They can do a lot of different stuff with him this year. And I'm just curious what that means for Jamar and how pitcher is going to change things up because I still haven't read the article yet, but they talk about how Zach said
I did read the article. It sounded like Zach said, during the offseason, I'm going to let him have a little, I'm going to let him take the reins on how we're going to shape the offense. Obviously, I'm sure Zach's still involved in those conversations, but as far as running more play action and those type of things was the discussion. He never said anything about giving up play calling.
Well, that's what everybody.
So I think he's still, he's still going to call plays, but he's letting pitcher have more of a voice in how they want to set this offense up as far as not being out of shotgun, which I think is something they wanted to do more last year. Anyways,
I think the injury hurt that, but that's the thing is I think they're going to use. I never talk wide receivers, but offense in general, I feel they're going to use the tight ends more this year because they got three new tight ends that they didn't have last year on this roster, and we got more tight end, more receiving tight ends on this roster than we've had since Burrow's been here. So that's where I'm curious of what Jamar is going to do and how much of the tight end are they going to use more this year, if at all.
That did happen on your show. All by myself. Me and Jeff was crushing the singing.
You were all by yourself yesterday, Jeff. Great.
Yeah.
You were all by, well, Jeff, you weren't all by yourself yesterday, were you?
Well, you know how I like to go off screen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And Dusty, he was off screen. He had to go outside in the cornfields.
Yes.
That's right. He's out in the country, right?
The internet in the house is worse than the internet in the cornfields.
I told him when he got off the show yesterday, I said, every time you do your show, you should do that because everybody's tripping out with the cornfields. Like, oh my God, is that corn? Like,
is that Nebraska? You live in Nebraska?
You've never seen corn before? Like, jeez. That's why I had to do the guns out too, so I matched my brother.
But what's your thoughts on that, Greg? With just Jamar Chase, how they plan to use him and how they plan to use Burton? Because I could even see Burton, still getting those slots, snaps in the slot, slots in the snaps. Almost said, but
like Jeff said, it frees you up more to put Chase wherever you want. I know Burton is more labeled as an outside receiver, but he's got the athletic ability to play in the slot. I actually hear it's more harder to play in the slot than the outside, but they say Burton can still do it. And you got that gives you a ton of free reign. I mean, like I said, if everybody stays healthy, this gives pitcher a ton of ways to be creative in this offense.
Yeah, and I mean, I could see Burton. You know how Charlie Jones, I always remember that play because, he's in the slot, but there's always so much focus on the outside and what T and Jamar are doing. It's going to open up for a guy with some athletic ability. They took that deep shot, and Charlie Jones kind of quit on the route a little early and then had to take off and couldn't quite get there. Burton, man, his deep ball tracking, and his speed, I think he gets there a lot. They can toss those wrinkles in, or they can do it. Put Jamar in the slot. They can put T in the slot. I mean, he can. T over the middle is very reliable.
Yes,
he is. A lot of stuff they can do, and the thing is, Greg's boy Yoshivash has come in in camp extremely, even more in shape than he was before.
He looks bigger, right?
Yeah,
Am I
yeah.
right?
Yes, he
Yes,
looks
he
a
does.
hell of a lot bigger. Yes,
So,
he definitely gained muscle.
He's not. They've come and said he's not going to be in the slot, which is fine. But I think year 2 for him. I'm waiting for year 2 for him and Chuck Sizzle. I know people are down on Chuck Sizzle. I still think he's going to be good as long as he's healthy. That was a problem last year. He wasn't healthy. But I'm looking for a big jump year 2 with Yoshi Voss and Chuck Sizzle. And good.
The thing with Chuck Sizzle is Cincy James. I know that's one of your favorite players, James. I'm sorry here, but Chuck Sizzle, man, he's like what? He's going to be 26 this year.
Yeah, he's the older
guy.
guy.
Yeah, he's 26 years old.
I think 6 years in college.
Yeah, 26 years old. And he still has injury issues. I'm kind of concerned about that a little bit. And I think as of right now, he's our. I mean, if we're to go on our slot receiver depth chart, I'm assuming number 1 right now. Well, Chase is going to go back and forth, but it's going to be Burton, then Charlie Jones, and are we ready to put a lot of trust in Charlie Jones?
And is Trenton Irwin in that conversation? So
Trent Irwin?
I printed
Trent
off the
Irwin's
depth.
definitely in that.
What does Irwin have to do to get? He's done everything he's been told to do.
Yeah, and I printed off the depth chart from Our Lads, which they do a good job. OurLads.com, always updating depth charts and everything like that. But it has Trenton in that spot, but I don't think that really matters. And then they have Charlie behind him. They have Burton behind Higgins. Even when the Bengals sometimes list that stuff, it doesn't matter when they put out their official ones.
I mean, I do think Trenton Irwin is on this team. It definitely has a spot. I think he's too much of a trusted wide receiver for Joe Burrow.
I think they got to keep 6. Like I can't. There's no way I see them getting down to 5.
No.
Like the top 6 right now, and I still think they're like. I think Kendrick Pryor, if he shows what he did that first year he was here in the preseason, does he push Trenton Irwin? And so just to give the top 6 to me, and then you guys think if there's any chance for any of these other guys to crack that roster. So you got Jamar T, Trenton Irwin, Yosavash, Burton, Jones. To me, out of those 6, the one that maybe wouldn't be guaranteed a spot, and I love him, and like you said, I think he's very valuable, is Trenton Irwin, maybe just because of the contract you've got Yoshi and Charlie Jones under contract.
I mean, he's always in that spot. That's been his whole career. So, I mean, yeah, he's always going to be in that spot. Talent-wise, I mean, I love Trenton. He's a good dude. But talent-wise, he's always going to be in that spot just because, talent-wise, he's a little notch below.
And undrafted, undrafted guy that didn't
yeah.
have draft capital in him.
He's always going there. But to answer Chris's question in the chat, yeah, I did get some sleep. I said I was entertaining on Facebook. But, yeah, I mean, yeah, there's all – because it was a couple years ago, wasn't last year before that Trenton didn't make the roster right out. He was on the practice squad. So, I mean, it could happen. I mean, you never say never. But I just have a feeling that they're going to have to – he's going to have to really – they're really going to have an excellent offseason or excellent camp to beat him this year because I think he's more entrenched than he was. But he still can.
I'm fascinated with this, Crip, because this is good. Crip put some thought in this, Greg. Hey, guys, if the Jetsons had a Dalmatian robot dog, what would his name be? Dotbot. Come on, Greg, like your dance, the Dotbot. That's good because spots the dots on a Dalmatian.
I just don't have the energy today. I just woke up from.
That's funny, Greg. That's funny.
No, it's funny. I would laugh at it right now, but dude, I just woke up.
He's too tired to laugh.
I'm just so tired to laugh. Sorry about that, guys.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm just too tired to
laugh.
No,
Chris, that's cool, bro. Don't get me wrong.
He's too tired to laugh.
But yeah, back to TI football.
Football.
As we were on this show. But yeah, I and it's hard to keep Trenton off this roster, right? Because like Tina said, every time his name is called and players get injured, it happens. That's
he fills in. And I guarantee you, he would have no problem finding a roster spot somewhere in the league in a heartbeat. I could see him being a number 3 receiver for maybe a couple of teams.
Do we feel like the 6 is basically set and they're going to go with at least 6?
Yeah,
I think so.
Easily.
would they maybe go with 7 if like
No.
Kendrick Pryor or Shedrick Jackson is balling out?
But Dale, I would say yes normally, but look at the tight ends we have.
That's exactly what I'm about to say, Greg. I'm like, they got too many tight ends.
I never thought I'd see the day of my life where I'd say we have too many tight ends.
Right.
If this was a year ago,
Well,
I'd say absolutely. But you have like 5 tight ends that might make the roster, Dale. We discussed, well, maybe 4 because Sample might be moved to halfback, but we had this discussion. Normally I would say 7, but we got a loaded tight end room now.
Exactly. You took the words out of my mouth. That's what I've been saying. They could move Sample to halfback.
However, Eric All, I think it's pretty expected he could start the season on PUP. So maybe Cedric Jackson or Pryor, one of those guys, could have a chance.
I don't see any way they keep 5 tight ends to start the season on the roster. That would shock me because even if you're saying, well, we're listing Drew Sample as a fullback, you barely use it, like technically, and it's still a roster spot, and he can play both, and they've used that every year. They've kept 3 or 4. They keeping 5 would be a lot.
I think it depends on how healthy Alt is. That's what I think. I mean, if they put him on the pup, then it doesn't matter. I mean, they're all
they at least buy themselves 6 weeks.
Which I'm halfway expecting them to do that just because of that reason.
I'm with you. Why not let him heal completely up? I know the back, he came back from the back, but still, when you have an ACL, you had a back, you just figure as you're working your way back, things could, kind of mess up on you coming off an ACL when you've had pre-existing injuries quite a bit.
By the way, back to the slot. Gesicki is going to be playing the slot most of the time. I mean, you look at the slot depth chart, you could argue Gesicki's the number 1 guy in the slot depth chart in a way, yeah?
I mean, yeah, but either way, like even if he is going out wide, they're still going to use. Even if they start going under center a little more, they're still going to be in a lot of 4 wide, as David says here.
Yeah, I know.
Uno T in a rotation. Yeah, I could. Uno and T are definitely Chase and T are definitely going to get a lot of playing time. I think Burton's going to get in there. I think Charlie Jones, assuming he's healthy, is going to get in there. And that's the thing, things happen in camp. Things happen in preseason.
Yes.
You've got to get there. So these things have a tendency to work themselves out anyways. Obviously, I hope everybody stays healthy. I'm not saying that, but it's good to have depth and options.
And speaking of healthy, I'll cut Charlie Jones some slack. We all knew he played with a bad shoulder. And, dude, man, when you play with a bad shoulder, I mean, that's a serious injury to be playing with. So he did have a lot of balls, Charlie Jones did. So, and Charlie Jones is a damn good punt. He does a damn good job as a punt return, too. So I'll cut Charlie Jones a little bit of slack right there.
Well, one thing. I'm sorry, I had a phone call, but one thing. I know you guys talked tight end, but what's your guys' thought? How secure is Tanner Hudson?
He's not
in this team, and that's what I love him.
And we kind of said, if Eric All is healthy and they think he can start, if he's out there practicing training camp because he's ready to go and they want to see what they got in him, they drafted him higher than Tanner. Mm-hmm. Plus, Hudson's on a 1-year deal. Hudson's 29 years old. He's going to turn 30 during the season. So like Chris said, if necessary, this goes with what you're saying here.
Yeah.
Hudson will make the practice squad. And that's the thing. Like, you're like, we don't want to risk it. But at the same point in time, as was brought up on our show by the other guys the other day on Monday was, with Hudson, they put him on there a couple times last year and no one claimed him. Now, I know he had a good season and stuff, and he hadn't really shown out like that, but he was also on the market this year as a free agent and chose to come back here. We didn't draft 2 guys at that point, but still, we had brought in Gesicki and we had brought back Sample, and he still chose to come back.
That's where I mean, if somebody asked me that or brought that up on my show, and I'm like, I talk about if Alt's healthy, Sample, he's going to be there, Gesicki's going to be there. So I was like, the 2 guys they just drafted, just to your point, they didn't spend any draft capital on Tanner Hudson. He's the one that, if Alt is healthy, which even if he isn't healthy, I still think unless he's just balling out, they put him on the pup. I think just to protect.
That's the thing. Him. If he practices, you can't put him on the pup. If he practices practice in training camp, you cannot go on pup.
Well, no. So
you can go on an injured reserve.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I got you. Well, so what's the difference? Injury reserve. You're not done. That means you're done for the year, right?
No, not now. And it's now it's where it's like 3 weeks, and I don't know if it's unlimited or I think it's pretty much unlimited.
So all right. So let's say this. So let's say he practices, but he's not completely healthy from his knee injury, instead of putting him on the pup, can they still put him on the IR from a previous injury, or does he have to get injured in camp?
Yeah.
How does that work?
And I don't think you want to risk like trying to fuck with that.
Well,
so,
that's what I'm curious. I don't know what the rules are.
We'll see. We'll see.
Is that the, I guess my question is that the rule? You have to be actually, if you're on IR, you have to be injured in camp to be able to put on the IR.
Yeah, and I mean, you can always say a guy. I'm pretty sure there's teams that do that, and they basically.
Oh, I guarantee you there are.
He's IR for the season because they don't want to lose the guy, so they just IR. It happens.
Right. Yeah.
But, yeah. So, to me, I think if he's not practicing, training camp will tell us a lot with the tight end room, because if he's not practicing in the first week or so, then at that point you're like, why rush him back if he's still not ready when training camp starts?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I just keep him out and put him on pup.
And answer Kelly's question, no, Wilcox is not with the Bengals anymore. He signed with the Patriots.
Yeah, I posted it up. Kelly said that, and then David said with the Patriots. Yeah. And Wilcox was decent, but he just wasn't a big-time weapon. And I think we're definitely better as far as receiving.
Upgraded. Oh, yeah.
Tanner McLaughlin, Gesicki, even Eric All is very good at both. Hudson, we saw that he's a pretty good receiver. So, and then you got Sample, who is the best blocker we have still, so
legend.
I like the balance of the tight end room. I like the talent. And I mean, Tanner McLaughlin is 25. So I think it's him and Hudson, but I do expect Tanner McLaughlin to play well in preseason and earn his spot.
Well, Dale, we had this talk before, say if it came down to McLaughlin and Hudson and you had to put on the practice squad, who would have a better chance of being picked up? You said McLaughlin would, just because of him being 3 years younger than Hudson. I mean, Hudson, man, Hudson, I was perfectly okay going not taking a tight end in the draft. I mean, I was harping last year, get me a tight end, and Hudson did well. Then we got Gesicki, and then we got Sample back. I'm like, I'm totally cool if we don't take a tight end here. And we took two tight ends. So
I still think they would put Tanner on there because of they drafted McLaughlin. I just draft capital.
I think we're all on the same page with it. That's what I was saying was I think Tanner would be more likely to get claimed. Or Tanner McLaughlin, they're both Tanner.
Yeah.
Then Tanner Hudson. I think Tanner Hudson has a better chance to slide through where he's almost 30 years old. He's been around. Teams could have signed him in the offseason. You just never know. And, it could get, if everybody's looking good, you got 5 guys on the roster, maybe it's a late trade. Maybe it's not for much, but it's just those are all options, if you can get everybody through and healthy. But things have a tendency to work their way out. Yeah, Hudson's like 29 and a half. So literally, I don't know the exact birth date, but during the season, he'll turn 30.
I still remember when he scored that touchdown in New England 2 years ago. And it was his first NFL touchdown. He spiked the ball so hard it went into the stands. He was trying to find whoever caught it and get it back. I don't know if he ever did or not.
Hudson turns 30 November 12th.
Yeah, so November during season he'll turn 30. So I just think, I know McLaughlin's older for a rookie, but he's still 25 compared to 30. And I think if it comes down to it, they'll go with that. And they've got him on a rookie 6-rounder contract is very cheap. So if all things are equal, I think that McLaughlin will have a better chance. But at the same point in time, we see what Hudson's capable of. So if he is out there balling out nonstop in practice, and Joe trusts him, right? Joe knows him more so far. So I can definitely see that. As our wide receiver talk has turned to full-blown back to tight end talk.
Well, it's right. Let's talk it.
They go together.
Well, I mean, honestly, that's the more intriguing one. Because wide receiver, I think that it pretty much set. Honestly, that's the thing. To me, it's the most intriguing one is Burton. How much an impact is he going to make? I got an early bold prediction. He's got a shot at winning Offensive Rookie of the Year. I think in this offense, the way he as many times as he could get the ball.
No, I get what you're saying, but that's the thing. There's not going to be enough chances for him to go around to win. I get what you're saying, Strawberry, but there's going to be way too many other targets for him to get that. But I think if he was on another team where he was the for sure number 2, I would definitely agree with you on that. But considering the fact there's just not enough pieces to the pie go around.
We don't even know if he'll be our for sure number 3.
Exactly.
And with Gesicki could be the number 3, even if Burton's technically the starter.
Right.
So his share of targets, like Greg said, will be a lot lower. And you've got like Marvin Harrison, where the Cardinal, he's going to be their number one. Neighbor's going to be the number one. Then you got the quarterbacks who are more likely to always win awards if they play good. So there were 6 quarterbacks drafted in the top 12 picks.
I guess my point was I think he could have a really good year, and it depends on. I think he's going to get a lot of targets, more targets at the beginning of the year than the end, because he'll get people to stop double teaming T or Jamar, and they keep feed him the ball, and they can't stop him. That's just my thought. I mean, hey,
I think he could easily outplay his draft stock.
Yeah.
But that offensive rookie of the year thing, man, is
it's a little high, but
tough. Yeah, I mean, Jamar barely won his, and he was like the man.
Yeah, I know. That was ridiculous how much he barely won it by. But yeah, I think that's more my point is I think can be a big target for Joe this year. Will he? I don't know, but just the point that he could be, and he could sneak up on some people because everybody's worried about Jamar and T, and I think people are going to be worried about Gesicki because they already know about all these guys, and oh my God, what are they going to do with him now? And then Burton just sneaks in there they're going deep on him a lot.
Yeah, and I just think Burton gives us, Sindustry says, the post routes against Tampa 2, it's something, and it's no hate on Tyler Boyd. He is phenomenal here. We love Tyler Boyd. But Burton is so much more explosive, especially if you compare where they're at in their careers right now to, an ascending young rookie player coming in.
Yep.
Not saying he'll be phenomenal right off the bat, but it seems like he's getting all these practice reps with T and Jamar being out. He's getting this rhythm with Joe right now, and we're seeing these highlight and I know you're throwing against there.
It's May, and we might be getting a little bit too excited about it.
We are, but that's football, baby.
Yeah, it's May. What else you want us to do?
Yeah, exactly. But no, like I said, though, I mean,
what do you get excited about, Greg?
What do I get excited about?
Milk.
Sponsors.
Sponsors. Well, no, you know what I do get excited about? Taking a trip down to Midwest Best Barbecue. Proud sponsor, the Bengals and Brews. Ran into Tim today. I had a chance to talk to Tim today. Everything's doing good. Working like heck and all that and stuff. And we can't thank you, Tim and Nicole, so much for all you've done for just Bengals fans in general. So supporting multiple shows, except for Strawberry Ices. Just kidding. But no. Thank you so much for all Tim and Nicole do. They've just been super busy, and they just keep on going every single day. Also, cannot forget 50 West Beer, awesome burgers, awesome fries, awesome. Let me start.
It's so good it'll choke
you up. It's so good that you stop talking about it. That's
how you screw that up.
Their burgers, their fries, and their beer. Jeff here can vouch for me because he actually met me on my side of town one time.
I've never met you in my life. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, me neither. But yeah, tell them how good the burgers are.
The burgers are delicious. Just like Greg said, for some reason he said this, but they're so delicious you'll choke on them.
What happened to your face, Iceman? My face goes off. Your face is supposed to stay on.
Oh, my bad. I thought we're letting Greg have the whole screen for the commercial.
No.
I would have put him on the big for that.
But yeah, like I said, man,
that's too much effort, Ice. We're not as professional.
Hey, I like the transition there. That was smooth. You're like, Greg.
And there is a connection.
Well, I seen him grab the can, so I thought he was ready to do an ad read. So I thought he's definitely going to get this one because
I was. No, I just like to hold something while I talk sometimes.
So I was like, he's about to do an ad read, and I said, that's good timing. What do you like, Greg?
Wait, what do you normally hold when you're talking? If you like to hold stuff.
Wood.
My big piece of wood right here. I love to hold.
Oh God.
Football. No, so what do we think of Cedric Jackson? Limited. I mean, I know he's got 4.2 speed. I just don't think. I obviously would love to see him develop another year on the practice squad.
How tall is he?
Man, I don't know off the top of my head.
Come on, Dale. You're the expert here.
6 foot. He's 6 foot. That's
all right. You're just guessing. Cedric Jackson. I can't spell. 6'1". You're close.
Yeah. He's actually 6 foot if he's listed at 6'1", so I'm actually correct.
No.
That's how it works, Greg.
Yep, Greg.
When did you make this decision?
Yes, Dale. When do you make the decisions of how tall people are?
I just make them and I grow them in my garden.
Okay, just making sure. Well, glad we got that covered, Dale.
Oh, well, happy birthday, Chris. His birthday was yesterday.
Happy birthday, buddy.
But yeah, Chop definitely had too many Four Locos for your birthday. No, his grandson is graduating kindergarten. He may hop in if he gets back in time. I know he's going to the Reds tonight, so a busy day for the Chopster. Congratulations to his grandson that he cares
congrats.
awful lot about.
That's awesome.
Congrats to everybody that graduated.
Thank you.
I can't believe I even graduated.
Most people can't believe you graduated.
I know.
So, along with me, I can't believe I graduated either. But I'm actually going to the game tomorrow night and Sunday. I'm actually. It sounds like I'm doing. If you guys want, if Greg, if you're down, Dale, I know you don't leave Portsmouth, but it sounds like we're doing it. We're doing a live show Saturday night before the Reds game outside Moorline House.
At Moorline.
At Moorline.
You know what?
We're here live, and the Reds suck ass.
Yes, they're going to get their ass kicked by the Dodgers. Come on down, drink some beer. It helps you with the loss.
They played well against the Dodgers, so they're kind of as bad as they're playing. I can't imagine they can continue to play well against the Dodgers.
They're so it's so frustrating. They're so injured. They can't get anybody to hit the damn ball. I'm so.
Well, I want to tweet this is what I feel like when I watch the Reds. I hurt myself
to
see if I still feel, because you're just hurting yourself. You're hurting your mental health watching the Reds right now.
And I sat there watching the whole. Well, I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched most of the whole thing the other day. I'm like, So then last night, I'm like, all right, the Bearcats are doing good. I'm gonna sit down on ESPNU and watch them, and they lost to Texas Tech. I'm like, man, none of that baseball teams a freaking win. What the hell is going
Jeff,
on?
stop watching them. Maybe we all know what the reason is now, Jeff.
It's your fault.
You're
Jeff.
watching the games.
Well, all right. Well,
don't watch the game tonight, Jeff.
I will not watch the game live at GABP tomorrow night and Sunday.
Yeah, just turn around and look at the sky.
Yeah, exactly.
Is this a trying to get Greg to dance on Friday?
I think we should. Yes.
Chainsaw.
Yes.
Fail.
Yes.
What? Right?
Yes.
Let me think here.
Dale won't do, or Greg won't do it on my show. He says it's only a Bruce thing. You can't only do it on Bengals and Bruce. I'm like, all right, fine.
It's true.
Whatever.
It's true.
Whatever.
And he'll barely do it on here. Yeah. we gotta force him.
Fine, I'll get it over with now. I got a life to live, and I got to move on with my life. Give me a couple seconds. I got to think of something.
What song are you doing? Oh, he's gonna do one. That was easy.
Hey, that's what happens when I show up.
I got a life to live, Dale, and I want to move on.
I have a life. I want to live. Oh, sorry.
And the last thing I need to hear, Dale, is you whatevering me right now.
You bitching about it, Dale. You're so mean.
He wanted to say
I got a life to live, but no.
I have a life to live. I can't make.
Car. I'll be right back.
Well, we won't hold it against you, Chris, for being a Dodgers fan.
Did he say he's going to his car?
I don't know.
Why is he going?
Maybe he's got an outfit, like a special outfit.
I don't. This is way.
Greg
way
came
more.
in like a disco outfit and did some disco.
I would fucking lose it.
Hey, thanks, Robert, man. I appreciate you tuning in. He did the hashtag .bot dance.
Robert, what up?
Chainsaw. What? Yeah, Greg
Chainsaw. What? Yeah, Robert. Actually, I met him in person. He was working up at Outback with my Son of Ice, or excuse me, as you call him, Sperm of Ice. Well, was working. He's not even working there this summer. He's actually got an internship.
There you go.
Yeah, he's ball
Austin
out.
says maybe he's going to dance maybe he's going to drive his car into the house and just be blaring the music and then get out like who was that? Was it a white snake video, a poison video? That woman climbing on the hood of the car. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know. I remember the video. I cannot remember.
I can't think of her name or anything. That was I feel like Derek. I brought something up and had no idea any of the names.
And those crickets.
Yeah.
Crickets.
You know the thing I'm talking about, Ice. The thing.
I know.
The dancing and the thing.
I know exactly what video you're talking about. I just don't know which band it was.
No, I'm just saying that's Derek. You know, he'll be like, you know the player I'm talking about.
Know.
He wears the jersey and has shoulder pads.
Yeah.
He plays on the football field. It's like, oh yeah, Derek.
Yeah, that guy.
White snake. White snake.
That guy.
Connie Catan, I think.
Yes.
I think that.
Yes.
Yeah.
She was hot.
Maybe we could get Greg to do that.
Oh my God, that would be epic. But he had to, like you said, they had to drive the car through his room and his house. But I mean, Greg's got
look that closely. That slipped in the video. He said,
"Wow,
smooth disappearing." Yeah, maybe you do smooth criminals. Speaking of smooth, do
know.
the alien. Greg, he screams anyway. So even if he did the Michael Jackson version, it would still sound like the Alien Ant Farm version.
Hey, I actually like that. I like both versions, but I really like the Alien Ant Farm version.
It's good.
Yes,
it's good shit.
Good shit. So this is multitasking here. I'm trying to set my show up, wait on Greg to get here to do the dot bot.
Is he doing the war paint again where he just puts mayonnaise on his face? Like
Dude, that was the weirdest looking shit. It looked like he was foaming at the mouth. Like, did you...
Okay, I got my song picked out.
All right, we're ready.
I'll give you a hint of the song. This is all I'm going to tell you. I got a fever, and the prescription is more cowbell.
More cowbell, baby.
Here we go. Other times have we come here, but now they're gone. Seasons don't fear the reaper, nor
don't fear the savage.
The sun or the rain, we can't be like ours. Come on, baby, don't fear the reaper. Hand, don't fear the reaper. With you must fly, don't fear the reaper. Baby, I'm your man. La 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 la. La 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 la.
Boats and hoes. Boats and hoes.
La la la.
This is the different version. It's got the there's the drums on the back.
He's gonna break the chair. Why is he screaming? I don't know.
Part of it.
Here, but now they're gone.
I thought he was supposed to dance. All he's doing is singing.
Romeo and Juliet
really
are
anymore.
together in turns. Romeo
That's like
and
the badly
Juliet.
sang.
Okay, Jesus.
Oh my God.
You're melanin it. You weren't even dancing, Greg.
Where was the dance at?
There's no fucking dancing.
It was just you screaming.
My mouth was dancing.
It's a new thing. It's called mouth
His mouth was dancing.
Hey, that's technically dancing.
Oh God. You're killing me here. I love you, Greg.
Man, we need to see that dot bot dance. Good show, Greg. You're awesome.
The new mouth dance. My mouth.
Yeah,
was
anybody
dancing.
that would get upset
Wait.
about
Did you just say the MILF dance, Strawberry?
No, I said your mouth was dancing.
What is with you? What is with you, Strawberry? You and MILF.
People really want the dot bot, Greg. Just give us like a
Don't shut the head. No, Dale, stop. Stop.
dot bot. Just
Okay, you have to talk.
Here's turn it to
Here's the
dot bot.
Are you happy?
Yeah, man, you're a man of the people. Good God. You cheered everyone up, Greg. Oh, yeah. And Sylvester says, people pay good money for decent things. Dot bot. Woo! Dot bot. 10 out of 10. That's better. Saw the dancing. Zopbot, you're the man, BSG. Savage has awakened.
Woo! He's awake, baby.
Love it, Greg, man.
God.
See? You're the man, Greg. That's why everyone loves you.
I just can't get my eyes off of Jeff's biceps. God damn. You're trying to copy Dale, aren't you, Jeff?
Yeah, I said that's what we did on the show yesterday, so I had to do the same thing.
Okay, cool.
See, this is when
Dusty had like the thin strip.
Yeah.
You know, he just got done working out.
Dusty just got done working out. Then he ate a glizzy and a pizza.
You want to hear my story? It's something to do with me taking a.
Oh God, you telling the story again? Might as well.
Sure.
That's better than one poop story.
Yeah, I'm helping you. Remember, this could be you in a situation. I was taking a walk, man.
Hold on. Before you do that, Boats and Hoes is a request for next week.
Yes.
What the hell is Boats and Hoes?
You don't know what Boats and Hoes is?
You never watched Step Brothers?
Prestige Worldwide.
Worldwide. That's right.
Okay.
Prestige Worldwide.
I was like, if you haven't watched Step Brothers,
oh my
you
God.
got a problem.
Oh my God.
Hey Dale, holy Santa Claus shit.
Well, remember when you hadn't watched Tommy Boy like 2 or 3 years ago? You had never watched it.
Dude, I thought, don't forget that Marissa was like sitting on the side and she like gives me this look like you better.
Have you finally seen it?
Yes.
Thank
Tommy
God.
went weenie. Tommy went weenie.
You know, my face hurts like here and here, but right here. Not so much here, but right here.
Greg is making Fridays great again, okay?
Yeah.
We thank you so much, Greg. You're the greatest of all time. Thank you for making Fridays great.
No, I'll tell you a funny story, Dave. When I first recognized Strawberry, I think I creeped out Strawberry one time. I kept looking at him at training camp, and I could tell he's like, "What's up?"
He wanted to make out with you. Did it happen?
Yeah, Strawberry.
Not yet.
You were like, I'm like, "Are you Strawberry?" Because you kept looking at me. I could tell the look at your face, like, "What the hell are you doing, man?"
Oh, I kissed Chop on the lips. I don't know if I ever mentioned that at the draft event.
What?
So we were standing there, and it was one of those things where, like, I'll kiss you right on the mouth. And then he went like this, and I was like, so I went like that. And neither of us could back out at that point. So we kissed on the fucking lips. Derek saw it, so.
How drunk were you?
I was pretty drunk.
That settles it.
I mean, you know, people kiss their friends on the lips. There's no tongue involved.
Yeah, no, I don't really think I've ever kissed any of my friends on the lips, but, you know. Whatever.
Well, hey, I've got a
right.
shower
That's
with
cool.
the guy before. It's fine.
You've showered with Chop before?
No, a guy, not Chop.
Oh, I thought you and Chop showered, which would be kind
This
of
was
weird.
in high school.
Hey.
No, it was after basketball, and we had a choir concert. There was underwear on. The guy washed my back, and I washed his. It's a common courtesy. I don't see the big deal here.
Well, hey, Jeff, why don't you tell everybody the story at the FT game? You got a guy to pull his pants down.
I didn't do that.
Yes, you did. You said.
All right. First of all, I said, "Why don't you pull your pants down?" And he said, "Okay." So I did not make him do it. I just suggested it
You said,
for
Greg,
you.
take your shirt off. This guy will pull his pants down.
Right.
Yeah.
And
so
he did.
you're the one. You're
You
the
didn't even
culprit.
take your
Jeff.
shirt off, did you?
Yeah.
I didn't take my shirt off.
No, he just pulled his pants down. Those.
The guy pulled his pants down. What is actual, like?
Yes.
dick out?
I didn't
Yes.
see it. No.
Yeah, he was shaking to that Greg. Greg was very scared.
Yeah, like.
It was interesting.
Well, the guy.
And it went-
Yeah.
Oh, he was drunk, and it was cold as.
Yeah.
It was freezing.
You could tell. It was like,
Yeah.
"Dude, go down
He's
here,
like,
I'll drink."
Shrink.
So that happened. Greg,
That
you want
happened.
to tell Jeff your pooping story? I mean, I think.
Oh
most
God,
of
please!
the
I'm
listeners have heard
waiting.
it, but-
I am.
So
So,
maybe a
Jeff,
little
I was
bit
taking a
abbreviated
walk one
version.
time. My stomach was erupting. I was actually on the phone with a friend
This
at
was
the
like
time.
a week ago, by the way. One time. He
And
says,
my
like,
friend, my friend was
Long
trying
time
to get
ago.
me- and I did so. Jeff, I was about to go in the bushes, man, and dude, church was open, man. I heard someone talking. There was like, thank God, there was no service going on. And I almost accidentally walked in the
door was
women's.
open and we heard.
I almost walked in the women's bathroom. Thank God I didn't. And the men's bathroom was open. It looks like some dude just cleaned it. I'm like, man, I feel sorry for this guy. And so I dropped a big old chili bowl in that toilet. And I said to myself, okay, normally you should always leave the area exactly how you found it. I'm like, I'm doing God a favor by closing that door. Because I don't want to stake up the whole church. So that could be you in a situation. Have you ever been in a situation, Jeff, where you're taking a walk somewhere or you're driving and you're not near a toilet and you're like, crap, I got to go?
It was divine intervention.
Yeah. I've had to take a shit in the woods before. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I did. I'll tell you another story, Jeff.
Right?
Yeah.
I'll tell you another story.
Like,
I was at a camp one time, Jeff, and what you're supposed to do is just dig a hole. Problem is my hole wasn't deep enough, so I had to really squat up really high in the air and all that stuff, like you're doing a squat or something. And that big old turd just came out, but I had to dig the hole deeper. I had to probably get a tractor to dig a hole.
If we're doing camp stories, Greg, are you going to tell the one about
No.
having to bathe your sins away naked with the counselors watching?
What the hell kind of camp did you go
We're
to?
not telling that one. All right, we're not going to tell that. Go ahead, Jeff. Go ahead. You had the story.
I don't have a story. I was just curious if he dug the hole even bigger after he shit in the hole, because it sounded like he had to.
He left it. There was shit everywhere.
Oh no, I buried it, but the ground was really hard. All I had was a freaking gardening shovel. I didn't have much to work with. But I needed a freaking big round noser and all that and stuff is what I needed.
I needed a bulldozer for shit.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I don't know why I thought we thought Midwest Best Barbecue before.
Fellow Portsmouth resident Wade is in the building.
What's up, Wade?
There's two of us.
So,
There's two of us.
Are we gonna do this BSG wing eating contest?
I don't know. Dale just brought it up
at Midwest Best, and we should do some charity. See who can out eat Greg in chicken wings.
Well, what I simply said was B-Dubs had posted this thing, and then they said to somebody like, "Bring your ass," because they were talking about having all you can eat wings on Monday and Wednesdays at B-Dubs, and I was like, "This is right up Santori's alley," because he loves his ass some B-Dubs.
Yep.
So do
These
I.
are facts.
I'm actually kind of
all right. I'm saying.
I'm actually kind of hurt you didn't tag me. You tagged Satori before you tagged me because I always go to B-Dubs. But it's
you
mine.
have a lot of spots.
You have a lot. Santori is like the number one fan of BW3s. Every time you would like every time he said he'll tell us where he's eating, it's always BW3. Santori would be the number one sponsor for BW3s.
Yeah, like you could say, "Hey, we're going to Jeff Ruby's and I'll buy you your meal," or we can go to B-Dubs. He'd be like, "B-Dubs, it is." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, dude loves some B-Dubs.
And that's fine. Yeah.
Jeff's still hurt. He's hurt. I'll tag you along next time, Jeff. But anyways, so then Midwest posted something like they were interested in all you can eat because Tyler Bowles tagged them in something. So I just threw it out there, a BSG wing eating contest.
Yeah, and I said we could do a Project Game Day thing. See who could out eat Greg.
Yeah, that could be fun, Greg.
Yeah.
You love wings, and I think people should have to have different flavored ones.
I'll put it in the maybe.
That's a yes. He
And
just
then-
got you to do a dot bot and he got you to sing on the internet. That's
And
a
tell your
yes.
poop story.
And tell your poop
Yeah.
story. It's a definite yes.
Hey Jeff, do you want me to read something off Urban Dictionary for you?
No, not really.
No, come on, let's read straight. Okay.
You
You loved it that one time, Jeff, and I can.
We got the Portsmouth Brewery down here. I know you guys talk. I haven't tried most of the stuff that all the you Cincinnati guys talk about. Wild Mike's is really good. Yeah, you said that one too, right, Jeff?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
Wild
what I like.
Mike's, you've talked about a lot.
Like if Midwest was on the west side, I would go there more often. But it's 45 freaking minutes for me to drive out there.
Oh, 45 minutes away from something. That's close, in my opinion.
Oh, my God, Jeff.
I can't help it. You live in the middle of nowhere. It's not my fault. That's not my fault.
What about Knockback Nats? Like you guys
Knockback, that's good too. That's downtown.
No. Have you ever been to Smoke Justice? That's another good one I heard of.
That's over in Covington. I've been there. I don't remember.
No, there's many good wing spots around here.
Yeah, well, we have the Portsmouth Brewery, and we have the which I think it's the same wings, but we have the Fish Bowl.
Did I go to the Portsmouth Brewery? Is that where we went, or is that somewhere
else?
else?
we went to the Portsmouth Brewery after Mom's funeral. Did you get wings? Did you have some wings?
I think I did.
I had the pizza. Where did we get Dale that one time? Yeah, pizza.
We got wings and pizza. I always say to try both.
The pizza was damn good.
Yeah, it is. It's good. So it almost has too much flavor for me. We all know I'm a plain ass.
Yeah, no, Dale has the appetite of a 7-year-old. I'm like, Dale, but you want to get like mushroom, pepperoni, like Greg. I'm just a simple pepperoni guy, and that's it.
You're lucky it wasn't just cheese. You're lucky I blessed you with pepperoni.
I know. I mean, that's a freaking miracle.
Jeff's so distracted on his phone.
Jeff, what's up, Jeff?
I'm making. I slept too long. I'm making my show.
Oh, I thought you were doing that at the beginning.
No,
I
I
do,
was,
man. Chicken nuggets, hamburgers, French fries,
And
macaroni and
I'm
cheese.
there.
That's the good shit, man.
Good shit.
Yeah, the fishbowl, man. Fishbowl is a big
So,
blue ass building.
the
but
cool
yeah,
thing,
their wings
look,
are good.
Speaking of, we're talking about B-dubs. The cool thing about B-dubs, we got a brand new B-dubs here, and it actually has a robot that delivers your food to you.
Nice.
That is cool.
No. You want to know cool robots? There's a Santori took me there one to meet Sid James and his Sid James family one time to a Mexican restaurant where there is a dancing robot there. I forget what it's called again, but it's in Fairfield.
It's called a dancing robot, probably.
No, I forget what.
I know you're trying to talk about the place. I've seen the video too, but I don't know the.
It's pretty cool.
The place.
There's a video of Greg dancing with a robot.
No, yeah, sure. Just keep it at that.
Yeah, he was actually having sex with it.
Yes, I was.
He was doing the dot pot. Him and the robot was dancing together. It's a very lusty night. He brought the WD-40, but he didn't bring it home for his fucking chair. He used it all up.
Yeah.
Hobot. Robots don't expect tips.
No, they don't.
Or they don't expect a phone call the next morning.
Yep.
They expect a text though.
Yeah. Greg, talk about football.
Football, Greg.
Talk about football. Okay, let's talk football.
Wade, you already missed it. He danced, he sang, and then he danced again.
Rewind it, Wade. Wade, rewind it, bro. You'll find it.
Maybe you should do it one more time, Greg.
No, maybe you should be quiet. Maybe you should be quiet. Let's talk football here. Okay.
Damn it, Jeff. Put your face on the screen.
Yeah, put your face on ice.
I'm bringing the heater.
I thought this was football time with Greg. Go ahead.
Well, football, there's laces and there's something, and let me think.
Why do they call it a pigskin?
Well, I don't know. I was hoping you could answer that for me.
Because it used to be made out of pigskin.
Well, let's talk this. So, I guess even though we've talked about it more, let's keep talking about it. Ring of Honor. So, majority of the people I've said, fans I've seen say Corey and Lamar. But let's say Corey and Lamar are, all right.
We're going to deep dive this on Monday, but yeah, let's talk
about
it.
No.
Let's talk about it a little bit.
Say Corey and Lamar already got in. Who would you be your votes for next year? For me, because I looked at this list and I did some thinking into this. I did some dive thinking. Lapham would be one of my votes. If I had to pick another guy to vote for next year, because there's a lot of good options, I may go with. Look who's in.
What's up?
All right, now you can talk.
Talk about what?
No. Greg, get your white butt back.
No.
Oh, we're back.
I would probably top of my head, I probably would go Max Montoya and Dave Lapham, but I could easily change my mind.
Yeah, I'm leaning, and we will dive into all the candidates on Monday, and we're going to dive into some people that I think upcoming candidates and their cases compared to the current people. Pro Bowl stuff, all pros. I've got all that ready to go for Monday. But yeah, for next year, so the hypothetical chop is Corey and Lamar get in this year because that's who I voted for. So we're just going to assume that my votes count for
Me too.
all the votes. So if those two get in next year, who are you voting for? Or get in this year, who are you voting for next year? Who do you want to see get in?
Dave Lapham.
Yeah, that was one that Greg said.
That's my first.
I was going to
Dave
throw
Lapham.
in Bob Trumpy because I think he has.
Yeah.
I also wouldn't mind seeing Jim Breach. He's the leading scorer for the Bengals still, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, him and Corey are like on some of the all-time records, which I have that printed out for Monday to talk about too. But yeah, it's him and Corey when you look at all-time that aren't in the Ring of Honor. And there's one more guy, Marvin Lewis, all-time winningest coach.
But no, Dale. Bob Trumpy, I mean, that guy's like in his 80s. I mean, I may have to.
He is in his 80s. Not like he is.
Yeah.
He's old too.
he's in his 80s and old, Chuck.
Yeah, he's in his 80s and he's old.
This is where I keep going back to that they need to have more than two, because Trumpy is not that he's on his deathbed or anything, but we don't want this to happen after he's gone.
Right.
They're not going to have two though, Jeff.
You mean?
Not, I mean, you're not going to have three. They're just going to stick with two. That's it.
I know. I know they are. I wish
Lapham should be in.
I want Lapham. I want Lapham in
an automatic bid.
So I got a couple of them. I got Lapham. I'm definitely voting for Lapham next year. He's been number one. Then it might be Breach, because like
but
you said,
Lapham never made a Pro Bowl. Just
but he's been a part of the Bengals for 50 fucking years. Since
listen,
I agree.
I am not shitting on him. I have been saying for years that he deserves to be in for everything he's done.
He wouldn't get in for his play on the field. He get in for his play on the field, and
he's Mr. Bengal.
He's Mr. Bengal. You got to put him in. But then the other two for me
is the voice of the Cincinnati Bengals for how many years?
30.
Come on. If he don't even put him in
40.
as a player if you don't want to. Put him in as the broadcaster. 30 years is the voice of the Bengals.
Those are my other two that Wade just said. It's Fulcher and Reggie Williams.
Well, James Brooks, he deserves consideration.
Yeah, and that's right. It's going to be tough.
There's 11 on the list, and they all are deserving.
Yes.
Right now, there's 11 on the ballot for this season. They're all deserving it.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
I'll never be mad at somebody for who they pick. Like,
no.
You know.
I mean,
Unless you pick Carson Palmer. Fuck that guy.
Well, yeah, he quit on us.
Son of a bitch.
But once we get Corey in this year, it's good. I can't tell you who should be next, because there's so many guys. Like, for me, Corey should be in because he should be on the Mount Rushmore of the Bengals. Mount Rushmore, yeah, he's one of the faces you put on there, in my opinion. But if you look at it that way, then how's Jim Breach not on there, because he's the all-time leading scorer? So that's where I have a hard time.
Played like 15 seasons. I've got all this down in my notes for Monday's show, but yeah.
But then you can roll that into Dave Lapham for being part of the organization and being Mr. Bengal for 50 freaking years. That's another hat. Like, so that's where I'm like,
he played here a lot. He was a very good player.
He played all 5 positions in one game, dude.
Well, no, Tom Justin, who we had on the show one time, he was giving us his all-time Bengals roster. He said if Lapham just stuck at one position, he would have easily been a Pro Bowler. But the fact that, like you said, he played 5 different positions, that's why he couldn't really make the Pro Bowl.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, it makes sense. And I'm not dogging him in any way. I'm just saying that's one thing. Like, because Joe Goodberry's been doing this rating and stuff, and Lapham's like at a 25 compared to guys that are, 50s and 60s.
Now, I think it's going to be a popularity contest, so that's where I think Lapham is, I would say, almost a shoo-in next year. Just
if that's the case, though, Lapham's a shoo-in since they started. I mean, 30 years with the broadcast, and every fan knows.
Not if you look at the players that already should have been there, because they're going to take, in my opinion, Chop, not to cut you off, sorry, they're going to take the players first, and then the broadcasters. So they're getting through the players that should already be in there, and then they're going to go down to all right.
Who's they?
Us, the fans. That's the way it's.
I don't think so. I think that you.
Literally, that's the way it's went.
I'm just saying, you got a bunch of fans, young and old. So the thing is,
right,
and a lot of people on Twitter are like, these young fans don't pay the respect for these old guys because they didn't see them play.
That's my point.
Saying that same exact thing. That's young fans and old fans. Every fan of the Bengals knows who the fuck Dave Lapham is.
That's my point. That's what I said.
No,
that's why I say, hey, I think he's going to get in next year.
Fans would vote for him.
Right. That's why I'm saying I think next year he has a very good shot. Shoe-in's a big step. He has a very good shot of being in the next year, I think.
But if it's just a popularity contest only,
he
Dave
could
Lapham's
get in this year.
No, he could get in this year.
There's a lot of support this year.
Yeah,
but it's Corey and
as long as it's Corey, I don't care who the other one is.
Lamar Parrish, what was it? 8 Pro Bowls he's been to. They said, if you make 5 Pro Bowls, you're in the Hall of Fame. I mean, even 4 Pro Bowls, you get in the Hall of Fame. And 8, I think he's got 8 here. I got to look up some notes.
I was going to say, I've got all this down.
That was the thing, is if we won Super Bowl 16, Lamar Parrish is in the.
Yeah, exactly. If Lamar Parrish played for the Steelers, he would have been in the Hall of Fame in the 8.
Lamar Parrish for the Bengals has 6 Pro Bowls, no All Pros, but I don't even know if they did All Pro back then. but he had 6 Pro Bowls for the Bengals because that's how the Bengals always put their stuff up.
That's right, Marshall. We're the young fans.
That's ridiculous. Lamar Parrish should have been in last. Look, no offense to Corey or Boomer.
That's what I voted for last year.
Parrish should have been like, because my vote would have been was for Chad and Lamar. Lamar should have been last year. Yeah, Corey should definitely be ruler of the jungle.
He should be ruler of the jungle for the first game against the Patriots.
Look, Corey will. I have pretty confidence Corey's going to get in.
But you look at some of the guys that could be coming up where they haven't really added anybody to the ballot since it started, and at some point they're going to have to do that. Geno Atkins had 8 Pro Bowls.
Oh, Geno, I voted for him immediately.
Well, he's not even on the list yet.
When he's on the list.
Well, that's the other thing. All right, let's put it this way.
That's what I'm saying. Him, AJ, and Witt specifically, those 3.
And that's the thing is once those guys come eligible, whenever that is. How far is that pushback? Guys like Bob Trumpy. How's that Lamar Parrish? If Lamar doesn't get in,
Oh, Bengals. Wait, you said Witt. Bengals. Whitney's eligible for Ring of Honor. That's what I'm talking about. Witt. Bengals. Whitney.
What are you talking about?
You said Witt, and I thought you meant Bengals, and I'm like Bengals Whitney. Yeah.
I'm looking in the fucking chat.
I was lost on that one.
I was messing with you, Jeff. You didn't get the joke. Yeah?
I didn't.
Listen.
We call Whitney. We call her Wit and all that and stuff.
I know. I know the girl. I know what you're talking about. I'm familiar.
That's my best friend.
Everybody's your best friend, Chop.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
So I heard a rumor that you and Dale kissed on the lips.
Oh yeah,
and you showered together.
No, that was somebody.
We didn't shower together, but I've showered with a bunch of dudes before.
Well, no, Chop, retell the story. Jeff doesn't want to admit this, but didn't Jeff get that guy to pull his pants down at the FC?
Hell yeah! Are you talking about the FC game?
Yes.
Fuck yeah! Jeff told that guy. He was like,
"But I didn't make him do it.
He'll take his shirt off."
Right.
And the guy was like, "I'll pull my pants down." Jeff's like, "Yeah, pull your pants down." Guy was like, "I don't want to." Then Jeff was like, "Pull your fucking pants down."
I don't think.
So the guy pulled his pants down, dick out.
Forcibly took this guy's pants off.
He undid the button.
I did not.
And then took the guy's belt off and started spanking him with it.
All right, so Chop has been known to stretch the truth a little bit or a lot. I admit I said if you pull your pants down, Greg will take your shirt off. I did say that. I might have said it twice. Did not touch his button. Did not whip him. That was it. And then the guy pulled his pants out and started rubbing his wiener on Greg's back. It was really
Yeah, retell it to us like it was yesterday or 20 minutes ago.
See, Jeff's got a way of telling half truths. Yes, the guy's wiener rubbed on Greg's back, but Jeff's hand was fucking rubbing it on him.
That's not true.
Jeff grabbed his fucking wiener and was rubbing it on Greg's back.
That is not true.
And then Greg's back got real slickery. I don't know.
And that was talent because it was really cold that day too.
It was.
Was it cold?
Jeff stretched it out though. It was cold.
Well, that's when we were in the fan section going, oh, or whatever the hell.
They said you're always looking for that strawberry.
Somebody's got to.
Chop, we trust. We believe Chop's stories.
Yeah,
oh
right.
God,
that's dangerous.
And I know that's true. That we're all screwed because it'll make all kinds of crap up.
Yeah. Hey, is it true that Jeff jerked a guy off on Greg's back at the FC game in the Bailey?
Yes.
In the Bailey?
Chop
Yeah, maybe.
Who
knows?
He said, "Yeah, maybe."
Maybe.
No.
Well, no, Jeff. We tried to find that guy to come on the show who pulled his pants down. Chop wanted him on the show.
I did.
He's some old drunk homeless dude.
Perfect.
I don't think the dude ever been to a soccer game in his life.
No, he probably did. He probably didn't know what the hell was going on.
He probably didn't ever go to one because he got arrested.
He probably doesn't even remember even being at the soccer game. That's how drunk he was.
Guy probably remembers you jerking him off on Greg's back though, and his wife was there too. His wife was like, "Don't do it, honey," and he was like, "I'm doing it." He's like, "Grab that pecker."
Oh God!
See, Chop
I
brought
gotta go
the
to the
heat,
Reds
man.
game.
You leaving for the Reds game?
Yeah,
Man, you're so fancy. You do
I know.
stuff.
It's such a fancy life, man. I bought these tickets when these fuckers actually won a game. Now I'm just looking forward to hanging out with people.
Well, you
I would have offered you a
should-
ticket, Dale, but you're 2 hours away.
You should
Yeah,
come
I
down.
couldn't
You should
make
come down
it.
tomorrow night, Chop. I'm doing a show down at Moorline.
Tomorrow I work until 11 p.m. I work 11 to 11.
Show
11
starts
to
at
11
11:30.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a post-game show.
Well, I can't clock out till 11:24.
It's gonna be an after dark at the Mormon
Yeah.
house. That part might not be live though.
I don't clock out till 11. I can't clock out till 11:24, so I don't know if I probably won't make it. But
That's
I
gonna be for
wish-
Chop's OnlyFans.
Yep. And if that guy is out there that rubbed his Jeff jerked off on Greg's back, stop by the Moorline house tomorrow night.
Jeff, tell them the funny story one time when I got you some the Bengals Bud Light. One time when I was
Those hands
standing
are
at the end of
callous for your
I was
butt.
standing at the end of your street. You're like, "What the hell are you doing? Why?" Well, I'm like, "Well, I didn't get permission to come on your property yet."
Yeah, my dog's barking like crazy. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, and he's standing out there with the beer. I'm like, you could come up. Well, I have your permission to walk in your grass. Like, you're allowed to walk on the grass, Greg. It's
Okay.
Well, I'm fucking
He's
pissed
watched
in the butt.
Dateline with Chris Hansen before. He wasn't gonna go without permission. He thought it was a thing.
Well, buddy, man, you let that dog run off so many times. That dog ran over like 3 or 4 times. So I was at your house one time, and the neighbors kept saying, "Your dog's right here, Jeff."
I know. Well, the stupid dog, if I keep him on the chain, he gets, which I hate. I have an invisible fence, but it's broke. I can't.
Well, it's not as invisible as you think it is.
Well, it's very invisible. It doesn't work anymore. That's how invisible it is. It doesn't work anymore. That's why.
Completely invisible.
Yeah, it's completely invisible. So I hate putting him on the chain because one, he gets all tangled up, and two, he doesn't like it. So I try to let him run around the yard when we're in the back, and yeah, he likes to take off and go visit. So he comes back. He's Buddy Burrow.
It's
He's a good
industrious.
dog.
I promise. We talked wide receivers for at least 15 or.
I tried.
I
And then-
wasn't here. If I was here, since I would have kept it on track. You know how I do. But I had to go to my grandson's kindergarten graduation.
Did you wear that hat there? Did you wear that hat there? Did you?
You know why? Man, you jerked a guy off in the Bailey at TQL Stadium. Don't talk to me.
I tried to get Corey to put that hat on the other day, and he
Missed the dot bot, by the way, Greg.
Yes.
Greg
Oh!
sang, but then he got up and did the dot bot.
and you missed the mouth dance that Greg did.
He said he was
Greg,
mouth
I
dancing.
fucking take off a half an hour.
Well, that's what
fucking
you
hour
get,
I take
yeah.
off. And you do the dot bot?
Well, hey, that's what you get, Shop. And Dale kept peer pressuring me.
Yeah. Peer
It
pressure.
worked. I'm gonna peer pressure him all the time now.
All the time.
Yeah, Dale peer pressure Dale. We call Dale PPD.
So if I say, I know
PPD.
Greg's too tired, and Chop's got to go to Reds game, but do you guys, any of you want to jump on my show at 5 o'clock, 5:30?
Who you got on there?
Mark, third down guy.
No, he sucks.
I'll
Yeah.
definitely send you a link
That
then.
guy.
Yeah, send me a link.
No, I'm good, buddy. I appreciate it. Tell him I said hi, though.
Greg, don't be a pussy.
Come on, Greg. Come on, Greg.
Tell Mark I said, it's third down.
Yeah, we were actually talking about him the other day. Chop always saying when he has sex, he probably.
Right. I
It's
said when he's
third
coming,
down.
he's probably hitting that shit doggy style with that fucking towel going, it's third down.
And
We
then
definitely-
he's
He
got
doesn't
cleanup.
he doesn't give the tap, when to warn him. No tap. He just
No
starts
tap.
waving that tag. And when he starts waving that towel, they're like, oh,
Yeah, he's about to come.
yeah.
See,
No
see,
tap.
Chop,
He starts waving that tag, man. Pull
see,
out.
Chop, this is why you gotta come on the show. So you
Yeah, well, I gotta go there. I got tickets to the Reds game. I gotta go down there and watch them
Who you
fuckers
go?
lose.
Who you going to the game with?
Group from work.
Okay. Is the idiot Steeler fan going with you?
He is. Tyler
right.
Kelly's gonna be there. That's
So what?
He's
So
showing
what?
off that fucking train
So
stamp.
what dumbass bet are you gonna get him to agree to get another tattoo? You should get a tattoo on his
already
face.
one
He does. He's
What?
good. Look, if
What is
Russell
it?
Wilson is the starter for the Steelers, he's getting my
All right,
name
all right, yeah, I know that one. I meant
tattooed
tonight.
around his left nipple. Jeff,
Yeah.
how do you top that? What, you want me to get
No.
my name on his penis?
No, I
It's
want
too
you.
long. I just
I
have
want it on his
an
face. On his face.
You can't make another tattoo bet when one is still in the works. You got to
All
wait
right.
till
Right.
after
You can't.
this.
I gotta
Well,
wait
ma-
for the one
Well,
to finish.
think, Chop, you're very creative. Think of some dumbass thing he can do at the Red. Get him to run on the field, shirtless. Bet him he won't get arrested. See if
His
he does
girlfriend will
that.
be there. She will fucking keep him in check.
Yeah, we
He's not
usually
gonna
get him on the
I gotta-
show.
I gotta take advantage of Tyler Kelly when his girlfriend's not around.
100% facts.
Right. He's got to make the bet because he's one of those guys. The girlfriend will be like, "Fuck it, we're breaking up." He's like,
I'm
I
surprised.
already made the bet, but I'm a man of my word."
Hey, I'm going to end this one. Marissa's calling. Thank you all for tuning in. Hooday!
Where they-
Hooray!